one of the greatest stories of all time, and one carried on by history in ancient Mesopotamia, is that of the Great Flood. And this is the story of Noah, as told by the Bible. So first of all, after the whole Adam and Eve thing and running out of the garden and all the scary stuff, 1,000 years pass, and they have another child named Seth, in addition to Cain and now dead Abel. Well, Seth and Cain both somehow managed to have an ancestor named Lamech. And there's some other stuff that happens in between there. It's 1,000 years. So there's this guy named Enoch, of course, and then Methuselah, and then a little known guy by the name of Tubal-Cain, who makes iron tools way before the Iron Age, actually before the Bronze Age. This dude was way ahead of his time. Tubal came for the win on the iron tools. Anyways, so they have all this stuff, but then what happens is some pretty bad things. The sons of God start to look down on earth and see the daughters of men, and they're like, whoa, these daughters of men, they are fine. Seriously, hot. So they go into them, okay? And so then what happens is they have children, and these children are the Nephilim, or the giants, the warriors of old. Now, if you're a Catholic, you should really check out the book of Enoch, because it goes into massively awesome detail about the Nephilim and the warriors and the sons of God and the daughters of men, etc. Now, if you're a Protestant, you don't get to hear that. Just, sorry, buddy, you don't get the rest of the story. That's okay. Okay, so then what happens is God gets mad, and he's like, oh, what is going on? Why are these sons of God and the daughters of men getting it on? This cannot stand. And so he sees that the world is wicked, and the omniscient, all-powerful, outside of time God says, man, I really didn't see this coming. I regret making mankind, so I'm going to send a flood and wash them away, because this is not what I intended. And so he's going to wash away humanity, but he sees that there's one dude down there that's a pretty good guy, and his name was Noah. And his family was cool too. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to spare Noah, and I'm going to spare his family. Now, we don't know the name of all of his family, just the guys, Noah and his 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. So God's like, Noah, you got to build a boat, because I'm going to wash away mankind. And Noah's like, okay, yeah, seriously, I don't want to get washed away. So him and his boys and the girls, but we don't really know their names, whip up a boat. It took them a while probably, but it was a massive boat. I mean, we're talking giant. Giant enough that God said you have to take 2 of every single kind of animal, and you have to put them on the boat. And Noah's like, okie dokie. So he makes this really big boat, and then God says, wait a minute. On second thought, take 2 of every single kind of animal, but actually take 7 of the clean animals, because you're going to need a sacrifice afterwards. So Noah's like, okay, cool. Thanks for the edit there, redactor. We appreciate that. So then he takes 2 of every single kind of animal, actually 7 of the clean ones. And so the penguins hop over from Antarctica. They swoop down and they get inside the boat. And the kangaroos hop over from Australia and they get inside of the boat. And then it rains. But there's a little, we'll get there. Okay, so it rains for 40 days. For 150 days, the earth swells with rain. And after 40 days, which, by the way, whether it's 40 or 150 days, that is a lot of poop to shovel for all of the animals of all of the world. 2 of every kind, unless they're clean, then it's technically 7. That's a lot of poop. Anyways, so they're shoveling poop. They're feeding animals with all the stores that they had on the boat. And after 40 days, and then after 150 days, and then what happens is, after 7 months, they plop down onto the top of a mountain. And then, after 10 months, the mountaintops appear. Which I'm I'm not getting into the math here, but like, okay, so 7 months they land on top of a mountain, and then 3 months later they start to see the tops of mountains. Anyways, Noah's like, bro, we need to send out some sort of a sign to see if there's like land. And so they send out a raven, and then they send out doves, and finally a dove comes back with an olive branch, which is really cool. Okay, so the dove comes back with an olive branch, and then after another period of time goes by, 40 days, 150 days, 7 months, 10 months, boop, 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 they pop outside, and Noah plants the first vineyard ever, and he's the first maker of wine. But there's a problem, guys, because what happens is Noah got drunk. He gets drunk. And Ham, the youngest of the 3 boys, sees Noah naked because he passed out, drunk and naked. Well, the other 2 boys were like, dude, that's not cool, man. So they don't look at Noah, and they walk a blanket over Noah backwards, and they cover him up. And when Noah wakes up, he knew that Ham saw him naked. And he said, Ham, father of the Canaanites. Somehow he knew. I mean, Noah's Noah, so he know a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, he knows that he's going to be the father of the Canaanites. Cursed be you, father of the Canaanites, and cursed be the Canaanites. From now on, you will be the lowest of the brothers, and you will be as slaves among the tribes. And that's the story of Noah.